It's yummy time.
I can't do this. Okay. Hello everyone, it's Yummy. I'm back again with another video, and today we're going to talk about breaking Duel Links news. I guess there were some leaks that were posted today on Duel Links meta website. Thank you Jade Hex, Yazan, Random Plox, and Maggie for updating this leak page. Head over to duellinksmeta.com. I'd really appreciate it. Not even my website, not a paid actor by the way. Okay, so this is a new main box that got leaked. It's called Warriors Unite, and right off the bat I'm seeing that the advertised cards that are on this box is Quillbolt Hedgehog and a couple other synchros that I'm completely unfamiliar with, but I did want to go over these cards and go over the leaks just to know what we're getting in a new main box, and I feel like I want to see if it's worth investing in, if there's any good cards that'll be good for Duel Links right now. If it's not worth investing in. I do think that the last mini box was really good, and I think it was worth the investment. I think that a lot of the cards that came from the mini box were like super fun. I had a lot of fun using spell counters. I think Arcanite Magician ended up being like one of my favorite cards from the new mini box, so hopefully we get a couple cool new synchros. I do feel like we just got a box, and I say that every single box review video because we just get boxes like crazy. Thank you Konami for throwing boxes our way every single 2 weeks or so. It's not like I need money or anything. I guess I'm just gonna go over these URs and the SRs and then probably briefly go over the normals and rares. I kind of just want to go over the SRs and URs just because I want to see if they're worth it. So, off the bat, first synchro, UR, Scrap Twin Dragon. It's a level 9 synchro. It's 1 Scrap Tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. Off the bat, I'm not familiar with Scraps. I do know that a lot of people had fun with them in the TCG. I know that they ended up being a huge flop in Duel Links, so hopefully this synchro is good. Hopefully scraps are relevant. I think they're probably going to push scraps maybe with this box. Maybe we're gonna get a little bit more support cards, but anyway, once per turn you can select 1 card you control and 2 cards your opponent controls. Destroy the one you control and return the- wait, what? Return the 2 your opponent controls to the hand. When this card is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or card effect, and sent to the graveyard, select 1 non-synchro scrap monster in your graveyard and special summon it. 3000 attack, 2200 defense. So, sorry, I had to read that again because I feel like that was a little confusing to me. I guess the cost to return 2 cards to your opponent's hand is to destroy 1 of your cards. I do think that this would be interesting to use in an Ancient Gear deck. I think if you manage to summon this, again, I don't really know how easy this can be summoned, but let's say you're like playing Ancient Gears and you manage to pop one of your spells and then return your opponent's cards to the hand. I don't know. I'm guessing maybe we can use it that way, but I also don't even know if there's any room in Ancient Gear decks to be doing that, so I don't know. Just a thought. Next one, Road Warrior. It is a level 8 synchro monster. It's Road Synchron and 2 or more non-tuner monsters. That is a very hard summoning condition to meet. I feel like a lot of the times in Duel Links, I mean, filling your board with 3 monsters is, I don't know. I feel like it's not an easy task, and depending on what cards we get with this mini box, like maybe it'll be easier, but off the bat I'm thinking this is probably not going to be very easy to summon. Once per turn you can special summon 1 level 2 or lower warrior or machine type monster from your deck. It's whatever. I don't really like it. Mobius the Frost Monarch. Oh cool, we get a new Monarch card. I know Monarchs are super fun right now in Duel Links, especially with that Monarch's Awakened Trap card. You just are immune to card effects for the rest of the duel. It's pretty good. It's a level 6. When this card is tribute summoned, you can target up to 2 spell or trap cards on the field and destroy those targets. Amazing! I actually could probably have a lot of fun with this. It is a level 6, you only need to tribute 1 monster to get it on the field. Seems pretty good to me. Legendary 6 Samurai Shien. It's a level 5 synchro. That's super exciting to me because I haven't actually played 6 Samurais in a while. However, I do remember 6 Samurais being really, really fun, and because we didn't really have that much support in Duel Links, everybody kind of gave up on using 6 Sam decks. I was saying them quite a bit like a long time ago, maybe when I like first started playing. I don't really know. I just remember seeing 6 Samurais like more often back in the day, I guess. And now I guess we're gonna be getting new 6 Samurai support, so thank you, Konami. 1 warrior tuner plus 1 non-tuner 6 samurai monster. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. If this card on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy another 6 samurai monster you control instead. Wow, that sounds very annoying to deal with. That sounds like a really good card in Duel Links. I hate in Duel Links so much, like Silent Magician. I hate dealing with a Silent Swordsman because both of those negate. Anything that negates, we all hated Wiz, we hate Jinzo. It's just a card that's kind of like you have to bait out a negate, or you know, your opponent just says no and then they negate everything. So it sounds like a really, really good card for this game, but I also just can tell like this is probably going to be extremely annoying, so okay, this next UR is a level 5 tuner. I've never seen a level 5 tuner before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only tuners I've seen in Duel Links are like 2s and 3s and maybe 4. Maybe a couple 4s. I don't know. Anyway, quick draw synchron. I like the artwork on that guy. Oops, sorry. Oh my god, where'd he go? Oh. You can special summon this card from your hand by sending 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. Okay, cool. For a synchro summon, you can substitute this card for any 1 synchron tuner monster. Cannot be used as a synchro material except for the synchro summon of a monster that lists a synchron monster as a tuner. Okay, I'm thinking like this could probably work with anything that you use like Junk Synchron for, like on any of the Junk Synchro monsters. Junk Berserker, Junk Destroyer, I don't know. So it costs 1 card. Yeah, okay, it costs sending 1 card to the graveyard to get on the field, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna assume that you'd probably be better, like pretty well off using this with the Hedgehog. Oh, wait, is this not a tuner? It's not a tuner. So yeah, if you get to use this with Quillbolt Hedgehog, I think that could work out pretty well. If this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Yeah. So I'm guessing maybe you can use Quick Draw Synchron, send Quillbolt Hedgehog to the graveyard, and then special summon the card onto the field, and then you can synchro out a level 7 Synchron monster. Pretty cool. Legendary 6 Samurai Kizan. It's a level 4 1800 attack monster. If you control a 6 Samurai monster with a different name, you can special summon this card from your hand. While you control 2 or more other 6 Samurai monsters, this card gains 300 attack and defense. It's pretty cool because that means that 6 Sams can swarm the board so quickly. I think that Grandmaster is a special summonable card as well, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember the names of all of the cards. But I know that you can special another 6 Samurai onto the field when you have a 6 Sam on the field already. So easily you can get 3 monsters on the board. And while it's not scraps, like I said, was a very hard summoning condition to meet with this synchro guy, 6 Samurais can easily get 3 monsters on the board. So it's pretty cool. I really like the 6 Sam like synchro. I think 6 Samurais are going to be very good in Duel Links. This next one is a spell. The card art is in Japanese on the website. Herald of the Abyss. Pay 1500 life points and declare 1 monster type and 1 attribute. Your opponent must send 1 face-up monster with the declared type and attribute from their field to the graveyard if possible. For the rest of this turn, your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters with that sent monster's name. You can only activate one Herald of the Abyss per turn. I guess if you like completely know, like if your opponent is searching out cards and you completely know what's in their hand, that's when you use this card, right? And then you just don't let them play those cards. I don't know. I'm like, nah. I don't know how to feel about this. I guess it's okay. 1500 life points. I guess this is like a pretty good like ancient gear reactor dragon counter. I don't know. Perhaps. I'm just trying to think of the current meta, man. I don't know. Probably. Okay. I'm gonna move on. Scrap Factory. All scrap monsters gain 200 attack and defense. When a face-up scrap monster on the field is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon one scrap monster from your deck. You can only use this effect of Scrap Factory once per turn. Cool. It is a UR. I'm guessing it's a pretty good card. I've like never played scraps and I don't really know how they work. So if this is something that you would run like 2 or 3 of, then I guess the UR is justified. I think it sounds to me like scraps work by like destroying themselves and then reviving from the graveyard. I don't really know, but it sounds pretty cool. I guess I'll figure it out when when I get through this box and probably start playing scraps. And then maybe we can pull 6 copies of Scrap Storm, just like Guns Blazing did, correct? Okay. Shuffle Reborn. If you control no monsters, target one monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but it has its effects negated. You also banish it during the end phase. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one card you control, shuffle it into the deck, then draw one card. Also, during the end phase of this turn, banish one card from your hand. You can only use this effect of Shuffle Reborn once per turn. I guess I kind of get it. I guess you can maybe throw this in like a Dino deck or something right now, and then if you have a giant Rex in your hand, you can banish it, bring it back onto the field. There are times when, at least when I've seen like playing against dinos, that sometimes they don't have any monsters on the field, so maybe this could be a good card for them. I'm really not sure. Nitro Warrior. Oh, okay, wait, so these are all of the SRs now. Alright, sure. Nitro Warrior. Level 7 Synchro monster. It requires 1 Nitro Synchron plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. Once during each of your turns, if you activated a spell card, this card gains 1000 attack during the next attack this turn involving... involving this card during damage calculation only. If this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle after damage calculation, you can target one face-up defense position monster your opponent controls, change that target to attack position, then this card can make a second attack in a row on that monster. That was kind of a mouthful. What did I just read? I didn't comprehend anything. America teaches reading comprehension, and clearly I learned nothing from that. I don't know. I can't... I guess maybe I would have to make that call if I like see other combo cards like in this box. But I feel kind of weird about it. Like, I don't like it. You can change your opponent's like monster to attack position, and then you can attack it again while that monster is in attack position, meaning you can do more damage. But it's also like with the amount of like large, gigantic monsters that we're dealing with in Duel Links, I don't know. It gains 1000 attack, so it goes up to 3800 attack, meaning it could swing over big booty defense, right? If I'm comprehending that correctly, I don't know. I feel like I have to like see this in play or see other combo cards or whatever. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Okay, Parry Knights. Knights. Whoa, that guy's, whoa. That card art is wild. Okay, it's a level 6. When you take battle damage from an opponent's attacking monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can special summon one monster from your hand with attack less than or equal to the damage you took. Interesting. I feel like that's really interesting. I feel like we're heading into more... I don't know. It seems like we're heading into more like hand traps because... so you can special summon this card from your hand. We just got like Skullmeister, which when your opponent activates a graveyard effect, you can discard that card and then you can negate that. So I feel like this is kind of like another one of those things, if I'm using the word hand trap correctly. So you get to get this 2300 attack guy onto the field, and it has 2100 defense, which is pretty cool. Let's say they don't have their boss monster out yet. You take battle damage, you special summon this guy, and I don't know, maybe if you're playing against something like dinos, or I don't really know, you can special summon. I can't imagine like what this would be used with. It's probably paired with like more of like any of these like warrior cards. Or it could just be used as like a generic special summonable hand trap guy, which I think is pretty cool. So we get a free we get a free 2300 attack guy on the field, pretty much. Cool. Stardust Charge Warrior. I'm so bad at these reviews. I'm just sharing my thoughts, okay? It's just my deepest, darkest thoughts and reviews of this box. Just wanted to see what it was about. Stardust Charge Warrior, level 6 warrior synchro, 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. Look! Look at that! Another generic level 6 synchro monster. We love generic synchros, man. They're so easy to get on the board. I love HTS Scyhemoth. He's my favorite freaking generic synchro of Duel Links. It's so good. Okay. When this card is synchro summoned, you can draw 1 card. You can only use this effect of Stardust Charge Warrior once per turn. This card can attack all special summon monsters your opponent controls once each. Whoa! That's pretty cool. I would use this. It's a level 6 synchro, generic, broken, amazing. I would totally use that card. I feel like most of Duel Links now isn't even like really normal summoning. Like we're always special summoning things now. The Dolces are special summoning stuff. Dinos are destroying themselves and then special summoning onto the field. 6 SAMS are special summoning on the field. Everything's just swarming the boards now. And I think this card could be very good. Definitely meta relevant. Pretty cool. Next one, Red Sparrow Summoner. It's a level 4 spellcaster. When this card you control is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon 1 warrior type monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck in attack position. Interesting. This is kind of like Blue Dragon Summoner, correct? This is like within that same archetype. I think this is pretty cool. The thing is it does need to be destroyed by battle and not by card effect. Like if it was both, I think that would be really interesting, but it does have to be destroyed by battle, so I feel like you'd probably just set this. You can special summon 1 warrior type monster with 1500 or less. Okay, so maybe you can special summon something like a warrior tuner or like something that you can synchro with, and hopefully your opponent doesn't have like multiple monsters to get rid of, I guess what's called the thing that gets floated to. I don't know. People in chat be telling me about like floaters. I think this guy's a floater. Right? And yeah, we special summon stuff, sure, whatever. He floats things. And yeah, hopefully you have a follow-up play if you're putting this on the field. I think it's pretty cool. Scrap Beast. Oh my god, it's a dog. It's a level 4 Beast Tuner. If this face-up defense position card is targeted for an attack, at the end of the battle phase, destroy this card. What? If this card is destroyed by the effect of a scrap card and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 scrap monster in your graveyard except Scrap Beast, add that target to your hand. I kind of don't get it, because wouldn't it be destroyed by battle first? Right? Because this would destroy itself at the end of the battle phase, and it only has 1300 defense. And it needs to destroy itself. I'm not really understanding this. But if this card is destroyed by the effect of a scrap card, target 1 scrap monster in your graveyard except Scrap Beast, add that target to your hand. Okay, So this guy's like a recycler, which I think is pretty cool. You can bring like your synchro back to your hand if you if you want to. I don't really know. And then probably just pop off again. I really do like cards that recycle from the graveyard. I think it helps you. I don't know. I just feel like there's so much like better comeback potential when you're able to do things like that. So I do appreciate that. Scraps sound pretty cool so far. Quillbolt Hedgehog. I've seen this guy in the anime. He's a good boy. He's a level 2 machine. If this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You must control a tuner monster to activate and resolve this effect. So again, I think I was talking about Quick Draw Synchron. You could probably combo it with that. You can also combo it with Junk Synchron. As I've seen in the anime, we can have ourselves some Yusei anime duels. We get Junk Synchron on the field. We special summon Quillbolt Hedgehog. We pop off, okay? Pretty cool. Burial from a different dimension. Sorry, I'm kind of in the way right now. But I'm gonna read it out loud anyways. A target up to 3 banished monsters. Return them to the graveyard. Cool. I appreciate that. Let's put the hedgehog back from the banished pile into the graveyard. That's a pretty cool card. And it is a quick play, so that's pretty good. Target, okay, sorry. This is in Japanese. It's called Concentrating Current. It's a quick play spell. Target 1 face-up monster you control. It gains attack equal to its current defense until the end of this turn. Other monsters you control cannot attack during the turn you activate this card. I feel like this could be used very defensively in the damage step. I think it's pretty cool. It sounds like you could put it in like a cancer deck, and if your opponent attacks you, it's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of like Spike Shield with Chain, but like it works better because if your opponent's in, or if you're in attack position and your opponent swings, I think that could work out very well for you. I do like this card. I think this might see a lot of play. I also think that this could see a lot of play as well. I think these 2 quick play spells are justified as SRs. They sound pretty... They sound kind of staple to me. I mean, maybe not so much Concentrating Current. I mean, okay, maybe not as staple as like some of the traps that we have in Duel Links, like Wall D or like Floodgate or Canadia. But I do think that these 2 cards are like very good and could be used quite a bit. 6 Samurai United. To continue a spell, each time a 6 Samurai monster is normal or special summoned, place 1 Bushido counter on this card. You can send this card to the graveyard, draw 1 card for each Bushido counter on this card. Cool! We get a Pog of Greed for a 6 Samurai deck. That's amazing. So basically this is the same thing as Karakuri Anatomy. You summon stuff on the field, you put counters on it, you draw it. I would probably run this at 3 then, correct? Anatomy, well maybe not at 3. Anatomy is usually run at like 2 right now. You run this at 2, you thin out your deck, thinning is winning. 6 SAMS sound, broken. Amazing. Necro Fusion, normal trap. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your graveyard face down, but it cannot attack this turn. This seems like a pretty good like end phase play. And activate this in the end phase, you banish your card, you get some guy onto the field from your graveyard. Okay, so this is like after you've already fusioned, correct? Personally, I don't use too many fusions. I think that this could be used in like Buster Blader maybe. But I don't know. I can't really see this card being like used too much. There's not really many fusions I can think of right now. I feel like people like meme with E-Heroes. And again, the most that I think is being used is Buster Blader, so that's probably where this would fit in. Okay, and finally, the final SR from this main box. 6 style dual wield. If the only monster you control is 1 6 Samurai monster in face-up attack position, target 2 cards your opponent controls, return those targets to the hand. Holy crap, that's annoying. 6 Samurais actually sound like they're gonna be so much fun now. Like, I feel like, yeah, I feel like they're going to be pretty meta relevant in Duel Links. I think that 6 Samurai sound like a very quick deck. It's fitting for these speed duels, you know? And like I've said before, I did have a lot of fun using 6 Samurais before we got all of these support cards, but now I think they'll be even funner. So yeah, I'm pretty excited actually. I guess the most exciting thing to me is Six Samurais. Again, I'm not really familiar with scraps. I don't know like if any of these scrap cards are like core cards or if we're missing something from the TCG that's not introduced in Duel Links, because they tend to do that a lot, especially with cards or archetypes that are fun and like amazingly good in the TCG. They kind of tend to avoid that for Duel Links. Which I could understand why, like occasionally some cards that are in the TCG might completely break Duel Links. We didn't get like a Blackwing Synchro that I think everyone wanted. It was like a level 7 Synchro monster that everyone said was like the broken Blackwing monster. And everyone was pretty upset about that. I know that Madolches is still missing one of their cards. I don't know if it's like a boss monster or not, but people, you know, people here and there, they're like, we're missing the one card that we need. Like, aliens are missing Alien Dog, or like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I should familiarize myself with the TCG, but I feel like with what's going on in Duel Links, like, I feel okay just knowing what's in Duel Links, like the card pool. Then I can kind of make my judgment of like how I feel like a card is going to be, not like, oh, I wish we had this card so we can completely break the game. I'm not really going to read a ton of these rare and normal cards, and like a lot of them off the bat are in Japanese anyways, at least the card art is. Mixer, yeah, I mean, there's this guy, who is he? Super Ancient Dino Beast. It's a level 8 dinosaur. You contribute this card in face-up attack position. Oh, you contribute 1 dinosaur. Cool. Cool. I think this is a really good support card for the current dinos that we have. I'm really bad at playing dinos, but I think this could see some use. What are these synchros? Jirac Meteor. I know that Jiracs, I think, were relevant in Duel Links like before I started playing the game. Right? Like a long time ago when Duel Links was like new. 1 Jirac tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner dinosaur type monsters. When this card is synchro summoned, destroy all cards on the field. Whoa. This is kind of a Black Rose Dragon. Kind of. I know that people are like really upset that we don't have Black Rose Dragon in this main box, but like, it's a level 10 dino. Come on. I don't know what other dino stuff that we have in this box, but like, isn't this a pretty good alternative, for lack of a better word? It's a synchro summon monster that just blows up the field. We nuke everything. Then you can special summon 1 tuner monster from your graveyard, so that's pretty cool. It's a level 10. I don't really know what tuners that we have for dinos. Yeah, it's a Jirac tuner. But anyway. Machine guy, once per turn, blah 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 blah. Too long, didn't read. Level 10 machine synchro. We are seeing a lot more synchros. I think before I started filming this video, I was thinking that like we're getting a ton of synchro monsters, and I feel like in the time that I've played Duel Links, like they kind of didn't really push fusions, I feel like, as much as they're pushing synchros right now. But again, I'm not really familiar with like what's out there currently in the game. I know that like TCG is with like Link and Pendulum summoning, whatever that means right now. So I don't know if there's just like not as many fusion monsters that could have been introduced in Duel Links, or if fusion was just too slow for Duel Links. But I do think that synchros are super fun to play. I currently really enjoy them, and I'm actually very glad that we're getting so many tuners and so many synchros right now. And it's like we're at a point where like I feel like this game is like really fun to play right now. Like, I don't think Duel Links is going anywhere anytime soon. I think that like they're introducing cards that are making the game like refreshing, and people complain about that a lot. Like, everything gets stale every now and then, or like I think like not too long ago we had some boxes that none of us were really happy with, but I think the last mini box was really good, and I think this main box is going to be pretty amazing. So really excited about it. I've been rambling now for like 30 minutes, so I'm gonna go eat some dinner, But thank you guys for sticking around for this really, really long video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please smash that like button. Tell me what you think. I know there are cards in this box that are just kind of like... I was like, I don't know what they do. Just educate me on scraps, or if we're missing a scrap card or whatever, or if we have all the scrap cards that we need now. And then tell me what you're excited about with this box. For me, I think I've already said it. I'm super excited about Six Samurai, so just tell me what you think about this. And yeah, please smash that like button. And also, please head over to plushegg.com. Please buy a pin, buy a sweater, buy a Yum Sugoi thing, buy a Yum People pin. People wants to be taken home. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I will see you all later. Goodbye!